Last year I made 2 videos offering advice for people starting university that year, and they were on Freshers Week and moving into halls of residence. And I thought, bearing in mind that I'd had quite a lot of comments even this year on them, and also quite a lot of emails from people, that I'd make a couple of more university advice videos. This one is going to be about organisation, which sounds boring, but if you're a loser like me, you can make it quite fun. And if there's any other specific requests, if you just leave them down below, with any specific inquiries or worries or things like that, then I can make videos about those as well, because I think there's still a couple of weeks before the bulk of people move in or go to university, and my brother doesn't start for another month, so there is time, people, there's time. Anyway, this one is about, as I said, organisation. To start with, I'm going to show you my folder from first year. Now, admittedly, first year work doesn't count, but there's still a hefty amount of work. However, this is what my folder looks like. That's not very much paper for a year of work, and that is because I was not on the ball with organisation. And it sounds trivial, but when it comes to revising for exams or even writing an essay on a lecture that was 4 weeks ago, it really helps with all your papers in the right place. So I decided pretty early on that I needed to master this for second year, and my second year folders look like this. So it definitely went a lot better, and I've got that was the second semester, and then first semester was like that. So I'm going to tell you basically how I did that. All you need for this is one folder and one pad with paper in, obviously, and a pen. That should go without saying at this stage, and a hole punch, please. If you're going to buy anything, buy a hole punch. And what I did, because in first year my fatal error was not taking my hole punch and not taking my folder to lectures. I believed that I could write down my lecture notes, get handed my handouts, and then file them when I got back to halls, which, if it works for you, you're a better person than I am, because there's just too many distractions. Most of the time, I didn't even make it back to halls within an hour of the lecture because there was something to do. And then by that point, I either lost the paper or couldn't be bothered to file the paper, or the classic one, I'll do it later, and then you never do it later, which is why there's barely anything in that folder. So what you really have to do is take your folder to the lecture and take your hole punch to the lecture. And this is another thing that's really good. Get a notebook with holes in it. Sounds so simple, but I just didn't do that in first year, which was really stupid of me. So you write up your lecture notes, you get handed your handouts, and at the end of the lecture, or sometimes I went mad and did it at the beginning of the lecture, you put the paper in your folder. Use the hole punch, you put it straight in the folder, and you cannot go wrong. Oh, I've got folders all over me now. Now, with my folder here, trying to cover up what uni I go to, I had a section for each module. So I had 4 modules a semester. So this is my module guide that I got given, and I hole punched and I put it in straight away. Then the next day, let me just flick to it, I'd have the next one, and I'd get given another module guide. It helps to get dividers. I didn't get dividers last year, I'm going to get dividers this year. But anyway, then next to it, you put in the next one. And then you just slot the corresponding lecture notes behind each module guide, and then you have got perfectly organised notes. And honestly, if you're going to listen to anyone's advice about anything to do with going to uni, please let it be this. Because when it came to essays last year, I kind of enjoyed writing them, because the panic you have before you write an essay when you have to gather and get your mind in the right place, that was already done, and it just made me feel so much better. And people laughed at me for having a hole punch in my bag all the time, but it so works, because these are perfectly organised notes now. If I want to look back at these for my dissertation, because a few of my modules correspond to what I've picked for my dissertation, they're all here. They're all in one place, and it's just so useful. So I 1,000,000,000% recommend this method of organisation. If I can remain organised, anyone can, trust me. I don't know if anyone else gets this or whether it's just me. I know I have a couple of friends who get this as well. I have like my favourite writing pens that I write best with, and it sounds silly, but like you get the neatest handwriting and you just get the best flow. So I'm gonna go and stock up on those. I start semester in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna go and stock up on those. Get a nice notebook, just make it as pretty as possible. Even you boys, make your organisation pretty. This folder was a boring green folder when I did my GCSEs, but I covered it in fun stuff, and it just kind of just makes it a more desirable experience if it's not. Got a text from Stuart. If it's not boring, and like this is my nice folder with cupcakes on, and this is my nice spotty notebook. And what I really like about this notebook is that the lines are pink. So yeah, see, that's why. That was my motivation for organisation, with my pink lines. So yeah, it sounds like a trivial video, but it's so important. I cannot reiterate enough how important it is. And one more thing, you're probably going to have loads and loads of papers and stuff for registration. Pause this video, go get them, put them in a plastic wallet, and then put them somewhere you're not going to forget them. You do not, when you're packing to go to university, want a last minute rush to find your registration papers, because that's just going to, any excitement you have will just go, because you won't have time to be excited because you'll be finding like papers. And if you've got a print of a photo for your ID card, go do it now, right now, because I want you to have the most fun first kind of impression of uni, and don't make it hard for yourselves. Yeah, so that's my organisation advice video. As I said, if there's anything you would like to hear my advice about, just let me know and I will make that video, I promise. Especially if I get more than like one person suggesting it, so you know, just let me know. If you want to email me, my email address is jocy@akiojellybean.co.uk, and I've had loads of emails the last few weeks from people like asking me more questions, which has been so nice. I've loved talking to people, so if you want to send me more emails, go ahead. Really, really appreciate that. And yeah, have a nice last couple of weeks before you start university, and I hope this has helped you, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to hear. And I will see you all soon. Bye!